Welcome back, everybody. Now, of course, today is a big day in South Africa. Save South Africa supporters have started to wake up after sleeping in Church Square in Pretoria, where they held a night vigil. Security at the Union Building has been beefed up, and for the latest in Pretoria, we cross over to our reporter, who is coming to us live from there, Ofense Sitimo. Ofense, good morning to you. Just give us an idea of what the mood is like there, what's happening. We're reporting people slept over. There's a police presence. Give us an idea.
Yes, thank you very much, Lee. And we're coming to you live at Church Square, where civil rights organization Save South Africa has been camping since Monday. And we understand that on Wednesday there was an attack by unidentified men wearing ANC Youth League T-shirts. So since then, the police have been here actually protecting the people who have been setting up camp in anticipation for today's march to the Union buildings. But the mood today, people are still enthusiastic, even though the mood is slightly dampened by the wet weather that we are experiencing here currently in Pretoria. But they're expecting around between 1 million people. Some have been saying 10,000 people, some have been saying 1 million people, but it will all depend on time and actually what happens. But what we understand is that they are going to start to assemble around 10 o'clock this morning, and within a 2-hour period, they will wait for the numbers to swell so that people to come to the park, and then immediately at 12 o'clock they will start marching to the Union buildings. But people are actually very enthusiastic that they managed to set up camp and stay here since Monday up until today. And as you mentioned in your intro, the security is quite beefed up. Earlier on, we passed by the Union buildings, and already around 5 o'clock this morning, there was a lot of cop cars actually parked there, keeping a close eye on proceedings.
Just in terms of last night, because we did see at one point it was banned, then it was declared an illegal march, and then it was legal, then it was illegal, then we saw the mayor getting involved, and then the police got involved. What was going on last night, you know, between the different decisions that were being made within a half an hour of each other?
Yes, confusion was actually reigning supreme, because initially the case was that the march is actually illegal because certain documents were actually not supplied timelessly. But Section 27, we understand, filed an urgent court application at which the court granted them permission to go ahead. But immediately after the court granted them permission to march, we went to a briefing where Acting Police Commissioner Khomotso Phahlane said he had 2 documents from the Tshwane Metro Police Department stating that the march is not legal because there were no representatives from the Treasury, there were no representatives from the presidency who were supposed to actually come and say that they will accept the memoranda from the protesters. So in that case, Section 27, Save South Africa had not complied with the requirements in order to be granted the permission. But since the court had granted the permission, Acting Police Commissioner Khomotso Phahlane made an about turn to say that no, if the courts have granted permission for the march to proceed, then the cops will treat the march as legal. But initially he had said that whether legal or illegal, the police will definitely keep a close eye on protesters to ensure that there's no clashes or anything like that, since on Wednesday there were clashes between unidentified men apparently wearing ANC Youth League T-shirts.
Ofense, you talk about the fact that there's an expected crowd, differing views as to how many. Some are saying, as you mentioned, 10,000 up to 1 million people. We're seeing just dotted people standing behind you. Obviously, this is only getting underway at 12 o'clock. But, you know, from what you're hearing on the ground, I mean, do you think they will mobilize 1 million people, you know, coming from the different areas and showing their protest? I mean, is this a reality? Do you think that South Africa could gather 1 million people in one place?
Well, from yesterday, we got the feeling that there was a bit of challenge in terms of the logistics. It seems the buses that they were trying to actually acquire so that they can go ferry people from surrounding townships. They were struggling to actually access those buses, but we're not quite certain. We haven't spoken to any of the officials this morning, but it's something that we will actually try to engage with them and ascertain as to whether they managed to get the logistics right and to actually try and ferry the people from all the other areas within Pretoria to try and come to the march. But at this present moment, the impression was that there was a bit of a glitch in terms of organizing and in terms of the transportation of the people that are actually going to be taking part in the protest.
Yeah. All right, Offenso, we leave it there. We'll certainly be crossing to you again during the course of Morning Live. Offenso Sitimo is there. He's just in Pretoria. He's following that very, very closely for us to see what's going on with the march in Pretoria.